we have been catching up with some of the sky blue heroes of yesteryear. And the man who's about to join me tonight can very much be described as the Sydney FC cult hero. He signed for the club in May 2012, and there was never a dull moment, whether it was scoring a Sydney derby winner or it was his long 12-month injury layoff, which cost him a year of his career. He experienced a fair amount of it when he was here at Sydney FC, and I'm delighted to say that we have got joining us all the way from his home country of Iraq, Mr. Ali Abbas. How are you doing, Ali?
Good, David. How are you, my friend? Good to talk to you and see you again. And really happy actually to be on Facebook Live to see Sydney FC fans again.
Oh, it's fantastic to have you, Ali. What's it like over there in Iraq? Are they experiencing similar things to what everyone else is experiencing around the world?
Well, to be honest, it's pretty tough here. I've been almost 4 weeks now here, and full lockdown. I can't leave the house. Full isolation here. But it's good to see my family. It's been a long time I haven't seen them. So actually, it's good to come back to Iraq and see my families.
And you did more than just come back to see family. You were originally meant to come back to play football. Is that correct?
Yep. It's actually I had deal with the club here and train with them 1 week, and obviously with this coronavirus, it's all around the world, and it's pretty much everything dead at the moment. So everything shut down here. Football, nothing actually is going on here.
But I'm right in thinking that immediately prior to you heading back, you were still in Sydney training and keeping fit, and basically looking for a club, yeah?
Yes. I was in Sydney for a period of time. I've kept training, always training and keeping myself fit because I wanted to come back to football and be strong and be ready as well. But didn't happen. Everything happened for a reason. I came back to Iraq to actually play, but it didn't happen. As I said, everything happened for a reason. And still working hard and keeping myself fit. Just waiting for the opportunity to come around, and hopefully it will come around.
Yeah, I'm sure it will, Ali. We wish you obviously all the best over there, but you're here tonight to maybe talk us through a little bit of your time at Sydney FC, some great times, and a bit about your career prior to that. I think the story's well documented, how you ended up in Australia playing football. Do you want to just remind us about a little bit about how you sort of ended up originally? I think it was playing for Marconi, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's always excited to talk about how I came to Australia, how I started playing there, and obviously I can actually go through it again. We played against Australia under 23 over in Gosford. We played the game, and then after that, I decided just to stay and search for a new opportunity over there. And I started my career with Marconi under Coach Lee Sterry, and then from there to Newcastle Jets under Branko Kalina, and then obviously Sydney FC under Aaron Crook and all the coaches, Graham Arnold. A lot of coaches, yes.
Frank Farina.
Frank Farina as well, and Korea, and then Wellington Phoenix, and then now I'm here.
It's fantastic. But I mean, playing when you originally came to Marconi and then moved to Newcastle Jets, I think you actually played against Sydney FC in a couple of games and did very well, which inspired Ian Crook at the time, was head coach, to bring you on board and sign you. How did that all come about? Did he just approach you and say, look, we're really keen to bring you to Sydney FC? And did you jump at the chance?
Yeah, after the Newcastle Jet, I played a few games against Sydney FC. Actually, it's like I haven't talked about that, but before I went to Newcastle, they set up a trial for me with Sydney FC, but it didn't happen. I ended up going to Newcastle, training there for 2 days, and I signed for them. Um, uh, Obviously, I played a few games, and my agent approached me to Aaron, and he was interested, and I was interested, and actually Sydney FC, where it's big club. As soon as I landed in Australia, everyone talk about Sydney FC. That's when my eye opened, and I thought I actually want to play for this team, and then my dream came true, and I played for Sydney, and I can say I had a really great time over there in Sydney.
And you weren't the only person to sign for the club that off season, 2012. Of course, it was your first game at Allianz Stadium, playing in the sky blue, but it was also that of Alessandro Del Piero. Now, I don't know if you remember much about the game itself, but it was played in front of around 36,000 fans, and you may remember that Alessandro scored this particular goal, which we're about to show. What were your actual memories of that particular game?
Well, to be honest, I've watched Alessandro through the Italian league and UEFA as well, Champions League, and I see all the times he's scoring with the free kicks. Like actually, I was like not far away from him, and when he set up the ball and everything, I thought, oh man, he's gonna score it for sure. And with a few seconds, he just put the ball on the net, and I was like, oh my god, it's actually happened in front of my face and live. This time, not on the TV. I'm playing next to him, so it was amazing feeling to play next to a great player like Alessandro.
Yeah, you must have, when you first met him, was he the down to earth sort of character that you always thought that he was?
Yeah, I didn't thought he was gonna be like that down to earth, but I was like surprised how he's like down to earth, and he's always there if you need anything, chat or asking questions. He's never like um, he's never like say no to you. So I had really great time when he was there, and I learned a lot from him as well. Even
Yeah,
we
what
had
sort?
different few moments down, but we become good friends. I'm always
I,
on touch with him, messaging each other, and I had a great relationship with him. Hello.
I think you did at one stage. You did have a little bit of a falling out on the pitch, but then you made up very quickly. There's a lovely photograph of you together in the changing rooms at Allianz Stadium after the game, arm in arm, and pretending to show your fists with each other. Do you remember much about that incident afterwards?
Yeah, I do actually. It's heated in a moment. We both winners. We likes to win. He likes to win. I likes to win. I hate losing. I guess he hate losing as well. But we had the difference, and we sorted out on the field and on the dressing room. And actually, I have that photo. And after that, we become really good friends. So we did it actually when we become more friends than before.
Yeah, it was fantastic to see every sort of cloud has a silver lining. But do you remember much as well about that first season that you came to the club with regard to the derby as well? That was the first ever derby, which Alessandro scored the penalty in at Mata Stadium. That would have been
Yes,
the first derby ever, basically, and you played
yes.
in it. Do you remember much about that particular derby?
I do remember everything about every game I played. It's always when you play a team who actually represent the same city or you live in the same city. It's always you trying to win. It doesn't matter how. And actually, at the game, I was like a bit nervous. I have to do my job to put myself on the map in Sydney FC as well, because it's my first ever derby, and just to play well and put my name there so everyone can remember that. And actually, we did. We played really great game, and it was so loud we couldn't hear each other, but we were happy to play, and I think we drew that game 1-1.
That was the first. No, the first one we actually won. I seem to remember because Alessandro took the penalty, and then he had
Took
to
the penalty, yeah.
had to
Yes,
retake
yes,
it.
yes.
Do you remember?
Yep. Yes, I do. I do remember. And actually, it was a great game, and it was so loud, as I said, and that game stick in my head always.
Of course, you were very synonymous with the derbies after that. One in particular in 2014, I think it was March time 2014, when you actually scored the winning goal. It was our first win in the derby for quite a while. Allianz. I think perhaps, at Allianz, perhaps since
Yes.
the time of Del Piero scoring that penalty. So that was
Of course.
March 2014. I'm just going to bring up the actual penalty itself, because I seem to remember that you took the penalty.
I took the penalty, yes.
Yeah, in the last minute to make
Yes.
put the result beyond doubt. Effectively, the
Yes.
match was at 2-1, and then you stepped up to come up with this one.
Yeah, because I think that Alessandro, he was off, and he's supposed to take all the penalties. But when he was off, I put my hand to Frank Farina, and he said, "Take it." So that's when I thought, "Oh my God, let's take it and put my name on the derby and score a goal." And actually, it was a great moment for the team, for the fans, for me as well.
Yeah, is it fair to say that particular game you were quite passionate and quite fiery in that particular game? Passionate because you wanted to get the win so badly?
Always with big games, I just get that feeling where my blood just boiling. I just want to play, and if I get angry, I always perform. And it happened what happened on the derby, and it gave me more energy to play and do something where I can actually shit people on different actually stages. But I did it, and as I said, I always perform under the pressure and when people make me angry. So
Yeah,
credit to them, because they make me angry. They made me angry, and I scored the goal.
we won't go into what was actually said on the field, but obviously you had that row with Brendan Santalab, which kind of lasted throughout the game, and that really fired you up, didn't it? Do you remember much about the
I
aftermath
do.
of all of that?
Yeah, I do remember everything, but it says what it says on the field. But I just I'm forgiving that guy, and actually he messaged me a few times on Instagram. We ask. He asked me about how I'm doing. I asked him about what he's doing, and I think, as I said, it's heat in the moment. He wants to win. I wants to win. So it happened, and as I said, I'm forgiving him. And but what can we do? We can't bring the history back. We have to look forward and be positive and respect each other.
Well, it was certainly a massive event in terms of the derby, because the derby at that stage hadn't so it sold out at Parramatta, but it hadn't yet sold out at Allianz Stadium. And I remember as soon as that incident really got the derby going, and it just fired people up to go to the game. And it was really a turning point for the derby, because the next 7 or 8 games were sold out, 40,000, and there was just so many people wanting to go to these games. And that, I think that a lot of it would have been down to the passion that was shown in that particular derby in 2014, which you were a big part of. Then obviously, moving forward, there was plenty more incidents in the derby involving yourself. Do you remember any particular? Obviously, the next season there was the very sad time that you ended up with the injury. But how did you feel about that particular game?
Yeah, to be honest, as you said, like it's after that game, everything it becomes different. The fans, players, they starting. I won't call it hate each other, but it just like competitive between the fans, players as well. As soon as you see Western Sydney and Sydney FC, you're gonna see some incidents. It's gonna happen, but what happened with me? Soon as I enter the field, I can feel the energy, everything. And when the first tackle happened to me, it was first 2 minutes. I can't remember the player who tackled me, but I remember the first tackle he done. He put his elbow on my back, and I was like, and it was painful. But I just like thought, oh my god, like let's get up and play. Do you know what I mean? It's not going to affect me. So they made me a little bit. He made me a little bit angry, and I thought, okay, that's good. That's for me. Do you know what I mean? I want to get angry so I can play well. Within actually 2 minutes, I can see Verdrin throw the ball to me, and I looked before halfway the ball. I looked, and he was like almost far away from me. Soon as I touched the ball, I've turned. He's in my face, in my knee. I was like, no, it's not gonna. I think I've done my knee, but I wasn't sure if actually broken or I can get up and then continue to play. But sooner he tackled me, I can felt my knee goes backwards. Do you know what I mean? And I was like in so much pain when the physio Elias and trying to work me to outside to the field, and I put my foot and I can feel my actually knees and just going out of my shins. Do you know what I mean? So I was like, oh my god, I can't even walk now. And I wasn't like I was sad. What happened to me? I can't really remember because all I think I want to come back to the field and start playing. I don't want to be out of that game. And so soon as they carry me and I couldn't walk, I thought, oh my god, that's it. The game is done for me. I can't play. Soon they put me on the bed and they start testing it. And I heard the doctor. He said he done his knee ACL and MCL as well. It was sad. I was like crying, and the doctor didn't tell me how long it was gonna take, but I was just like, how long? And he didn't give me any answer. But it was really sad to see myself going outside the game in like bad tackle, and I can see it. He's done it intentionally, but what can he do? It's something I can't control. And the most sad things is it happened before Asian Cup. It happened in Australia. It was like 4 weeks actually. Is it? I think 4 weeks before the Asian Cup.
Yeah.
And I missed the opportunity to represent the country as well. Do you know what I mean? And it was a big blow for me.
But you spent a year retraining. I know how much you really enjoy your fitness and training, and how mentally tough was it, and how much did it prepare you for the rest of your career? I suppose the mental side of the game.
Yeah, it was actually tough, and but I didn't have that moment when I said, "Oh, I'm done." I didn't even think about that. I was like, I heard doctors and I heard physios where they were saying, "Oh, he's not gonna come back." Even coaches, they says, "Oh, Ali's not gonna come back. That's for sure." But I just said, like, I don't have to listen to them. I just have to trust myself and believe myself. I will come back and be stronger. It doesn't matter how long it takes. And what I did actually, I blocked everything. I blocked my friends. I blocked everything to say negative thing about me. Do you know what I mean? He's not going to come back. I don't want to hear that. Do you know what I mean? I just like, I will come back for sure, and I will be strong, and I will come back and do something where people they can remember that. Do you know what I mean? And I've trained so hard. I put so much time into training, mentally and physically as well. And I think I've done more than. It comes like a few days. I'll do more than 3-4 times training just to come back and play. And because I have where like what they call it, like I have where like in my life I have stages where like I've got like moment to put me down, but I just like I ignore everything and I just try to build again. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Through my career, I had 3 or 4 setback. You know what I mean? But I just trying to ignore it. And actually, with my injury, I had exactly the same thing. A year and 4 months without football, not playing, only training, and I came back and actually I did what I said to myself I will do, and I came back and I
How good
was
did that
happy.
feel? Because you came
Uh,
back, it was almost a year, and as you say, 3 or 4 months later, and you came
a
back.
year and 4 months. Yeah.
Yeah, and you came back and you came onto the field there at ANZ Stadium that day. I remember we were doing a lot of newspaper articles. You were on the back page of the Sydney Morning Herald, I think, the day before. So it shows how big a player and how big a story it was for you for it to reach the back page. And I bet you were just happy to really to get on the pitch, but obviously
Yeah,
something special happened as well.
yeah. Actually, I credit to Clarkey and Elias and Ani as well. They hold me a little bit back just to make me more hungry and just because I was like, I want to come back. I want to play. I'm fit, and they kept me for at least a month and a half just to prepare well. Do you know what I mean? And when actually they said you're gonna be on the squad for the Newcastle game, and I was like, I lost sleep as well day before the game because I was like, I don't know what's gonna happen, and all the moments, doubts, and it comes to your head, or what if you're gonna injure yourself again? What are you gonna do? What if this? What if that? You know what I mean? So it's always have down moments in your head before, but as soon as I think slept 3 hours or 2 hours, and then like when I woke up, I was okay. The game day today, so I need to focus. So I remember I woke up in the morning. I've done a little bit of my daily, like obviously a little bit of weight and training, a little bit, just sweating in the morning. And then when I came to the game, I was like, that feeling I never had that feeling when you come to the game. I lost that feeling because I was like a year and 4 months. I never experienced that feeling. So it comes back. It's just like I thought, oh, that's everything new to me. So I have to just my moment and telling myself you're gonna play today, just relax. But I had feeling where I'm gonna do something, but I didn't have that feeling where I'm gonna score. I will do something where I can just like show to the people I'm okay, I'm doing well. I don't have any doubt in my injuries. Do you know what I mean? So
So when
as soon as I had the ball and I was like holding the ball and I just like I heard Arnie say, Simon, Simon. I just passed the ball to him, and then within second, I just like faced the goal and I just put it on the net. And it was like something like a dream of. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. How did it?
And it was,
How did it feel to for that to happen? I mean, you must have dreamed about coming back and actually doing something of that nature. But did you think it was going to actually come to fruition?
yeah, I was like practicing that moment to score, but I wasn't sure about it. Even the celebration, like in my head, I had to go to the bench. Just like I had that celebration moment in my head where I like, if I score, I will go straight away to Elias and Clarkey and to the coach's staff, because they put so much effort in time on me, especially Clarkey, especially Elias, and you have that moment when you come to the training angry. And are you there, David?
Just showing the goal again and seeing you run to the bench, as you said.
Yeah, I had this moment where I was like, if I score, I just need to go to Clarkey and Elias and the coach's staff just to say thank you guys for helping me to come back and do this actually. And I was like happy actually I've done it, and now payback time to these guys.
Simon as well, the little back heel, cheeky little back heel, yeah, put you in.
Yes, yeah, yeah. He actually helped me to put the ball on the net, so it's credit to him as well.
And that must have really propelled you on for the rest of the season and the rest of your career at Sydney FC. I mean, you had some great times at the club. I think in Del Piero's second season, you actually won the A-League Players Player of the Year and the Members Player of the Year for that season. Were they the at least one of the highlights of your time here at Sydney FC, beating Del Piero, someone you'd admired, to the Players Player of the Year and the Members Player of the Year?
Yep. Yeah, I had that. It was actually the season where I was like, I saw Del Piero and I see how he put the effort on training and everything to make himself prepared for the season, and I was like, I need to do that, and let's see what's going to happen. But actually, I worked really hard through this season, and actually it's paid off to become a Player of the Year by the fans and by the player, which is like something I'm proud of, and it's a great moment to set up next to great player like Alessandro and Chris and Nicola as well, and it's a proud moment for me.
Very proud, I'm imagining. And one other moment I think that I certainly remember was our first FFA Cup game that we ever played down in Ballarat. We played Melbourne City. I don't know if you remember, but you actually scored 2 goals for us. So you were there on another historic occasion for the club, and well remembered, certainly by the fans who travelled down that day. It was bitterly cold, I seem to remember.
Very cold, very cold. It was there, and I couldn't feel my feet. All the players, they couldn't feel their feet because freezing. And actually, I remember the game where 2 penalties. Actually, I put on the net, the first one and the second one, and we made it to the FFA. And another great moment for me in my head, and something I'm proud of to be. Sydney FC player and help the team to become to make it to the finals.
Yes, that was the inaugural game in the FA Cup for Sydney FC, and I think Corey Gamiro actually got the other one, didn't he? And
yeah, Corey Gamiro, he scored that. I think I remember that goal. Yeah, it
was quite a young team, I think, as well.
Yeah, very young team.
Looking at a photo there, we had Terry Antonis,
yes,
Alex Kirchbach, Chris Naumov, all were part of that squad. So it was a pretty good.
Haji
Gligo, yeah.
Haji Glaigo, yeah. Very young team. Because only when he came, he brought all the young players to. Because we have some experience as well.
Yeah, Oganovsky, that sort of thing, and
Yeah.
Pekovic, that kind of thing. So,
Yep.
no, they made the start of a really good season, and a very good team because I think we progressed pretty well after that. So, I've just got a few questions, Ali, from some of the fans. If you want to have a go at answering.
You don't mind if I show my mom just to say hi?
Yeah, no, she can say hi to the Sydney FC fans. Yeah.
Just say hi. That's my mom, David, and she said hi to you.
Hello, how are you? Nice to see you.
Yeah.
She missed you?
Yeah. She can't understand English, but I'm translating it to her. She said, "Thank you very much, and happy to see you and Sydney FC fans as well."
That's good. That's good. She did she ever visit you when you were living in Sydney?
No. I've tried, but it didn't happen. But hopefully, one day I will bring her to Sydney and to see the Sydney.
Yes, we'd love to see her. Is she off?
No worries.
Which part of Iraq are you living in right now?
Yeah, it's very happy to see her and to see my brothers and my family as well. So it's great.
It's great. Which part of Iraq are you in right now? Baghdad?
I'm in Baghdad, yeah.
Yeah. Fantastic. We'll move on to a couple of questions from the Sydney FC fans who've been throwing them into our comment section. Liam Johnson, what was your favourite goal that you scored for Sydney FC?
Well, I will guess my comeback goal because against Newcastle and second one the penalty against Western Sydney.
Fantastic. Another quick question from Ali Kamal. Where is Ali playing at the moment? Is he back in the Iraqi league? I think you answered that before, but for those of people who've just joined us.
Yes, I am in Iraq. Obviously, as I said to you, with this coronavirus, everything shut down now. Not league. I've tried to come back and to Iraq to play here, but obviously, as I said, everything shut down here. So there's not league at the moment.
Hopefully, that will get up and running.
I hope so.
Best memory in a Sydney FC shirt. That's from Adam Shearer. I mean, that doesn't have to be a goal. What was your best memory? What was your best memory in a Sydney FC shirt? That's from Adam Shearer. But I mean, it doesn't have to be one of your goals. Do you have any other memories that you kind of remember?
The first session where I met few players. Actually, that's my great moment, and especially Ryan Grant, Sebastian Ryle, Dimi, Betratos. A lot of players I met, but it was like my great moment to see the boys and put the Sydney FC shirt on my skin.
Do you keep in touch with any of these guys? Who are the players that you
would... I'm always messaging players like Terry McFlynn. We message each other. Ryan Grant, Sebastian Ryle. Who else? Haji, all the boys, even Alessandro. As I said, a lot of players, but obviously I can't remember now because I haven't slept.
Yeah, you were quite close.
Jacques Fati, Travis is always we message each other as well. Dimi as well, Dimitrovic, Milos Ninkovic, we always chat.
That's good.
But I haven't chatted them for a long time. I found it. Yeah,
it's probably been a while. But I remember you were all good friends with Matt German and obviously with Vedran.
Yes, Matt Vedran. Yes, Matt. Messaged Matt not long ago actually. I met him before I came to Iraq as well.
Yeah. Oh, good. One further question, Rick Sawyer. Any plans for coaching in the future?
Sorry?
Any plans for coaching in the future?
That's for sure, yeah. But what I'm trying to do, because I still think I've got at least 2-3 years on me. So that's where I'm trying to focus and to come back and play, and then for sure I will trying to get my license done, and then and go do some coaches as well.
One more from me. Are you still keeping up with the martial arts and the UFC? I know you like a bit of that.
Always, never stopped. Always training boxing, kickboxing, jiu-jitsu as well. I have actually set up in my app room. I've got my mannequin where I can train kickboxing, my weights and everything.
It's fantastic to hear. Keeping fit
Thank you.
always as you used to.
Always.
Well, thanks very much, Ali, for joining us this evening. It's been great to hear from you, and wish you all the best on the career in Iraq. Because obviously, once this virus all disappears and we can get back on with football, it would be great to see you back playing over there. And also, always welcome back here at Sydney FC whenever you want to come back and visit and come to a game. We'd love to see you.
Thank you very much, David. Great to talk to you and to talk to Sydney FC fans, and really happy. And hopefully, I will see you when I'm back in Sydney.
Don't leave it too long. Thanks, Ali.
Great chatting. Thank you. Stay safe, my friend. Bye.